Hello, YouTube world, my family, my friends, viewers, subscribers. Welcome back to Rebirth. Today, I would like to address a video that was sent to me and was posted on Facebook. Sent to me by a high school friend that I know. I'm not going to call his name because I don't know if he really wants himself out there like that. I know it doesn't bother him. He's a man. It ain't going to bother him either way. But just out of respect, I'm not going to call his name. Now, what I want to do is say this. This video came to me talking about two Carrollton high school students who posted a video themselves on TikTok making racist remarks about black folks and using the N-word. Now, let me say first the reason why this is a health channel, and yes, I'm going to speak on this. Not so much about race, but about health, mental health. And I'm going there because of the fact that once I received this and I read through it and I listened to the video, what moved me the most is what thoughts goes through the minds of African Americans when they see something like that. So, in response to that video, I sent this message, and I started like this. Let me say this, and I'm reading from it from here. We can't allow that to define who we are. What those kids were doing, we cannot let that define who we are. Because as African Americans, we have been going through this for years, from ages dating way back. But what I want to say, and what I did write here was, furthermore, I never concern myself with how other ethnicities describe us, but more importantly, it's about how we live our lives in mainstream society. See, as African Americans, we're always going to be pointed out, talked about, or what have you. Nevertheless, how are we going to respond to the things that are said about us? Do we act that way for real? Or do we upgrade? Or do we challenge ourselves, our own people, to be better than, much better than what other people think or what even we think about ourselves? I went on to say, my question will lead to what can we do as a people to upgrade our way of thinking about ourselves? See, that's my thing. What are we going to do? Not so much what they're saying. They call themselves making a black person by pouring different stuff and looking in different cups and talking about broken families and fathers not being at home and things like that. But do we really have to be that way? Because in all societies, that statement fits every ethnic group. When I go to Walmart, I see white people buying watermelons just like black people. Doesn't matter. White folks, when they go back there to the meat section, they buying chicken too. So those statements doesn't hurt me. They don't bother me because I see the reality. What I want to know is about what are African American people going to do to upgrade themselves to be a better people, not for other people to see, but for ourselves. My question also went into, will we stop killing each other with the black on black crimes and things like that? That's what I was talking about. And then I also mentioned, you know, there are situations that deem self-defense and then somebody may die. So I mentioned that because I'm dealing with reality. See, this is mental health. This is what we run into a lot of times where we're not healthy enough to critically think through processes, through time, through a day, and make good decisions. They mentioned that also. But how many whites do you see on crystal meth? That's not a good decision. So that's why it shouldn't bother you what they say or what any other ethnicity say about African Americans. Because when you look globally, when you look at the whole picture, you see everybody with problems. Moving on. I also said, will we stop using the church to exploit our own people? That's an issue. That is an issue that we must address. Pastors preying on other men's wives. Deacons doing the same thing. Vice versa, the women coming in doing the same thing. Children setting up in church too. Everybody just setting up in there. We having a jolly good time. This happening in all churches, black, white, you name it. But my point is, let's talk about African Americans right now. I seen in a movie once where they were showing this black movie where when these two couples was having a problem, they had this big cookout, came together, and they helped mend the fences for those two people to get together and iron out their issues and be better couple and raise their children together. Now, you got the best friends help usher the woman away from her husband just so she can go and be with another man. Why? Because the best friend just don't like him. We don't care about the marriage. Not anymore. We don't care about how it's going to affect the children. Not anymore. What we care about is getting our little jollies on and being able to ride around with our friends and talk and have a great time. Think about what I'm saying now. See, I ain't sugarcoating nothing right now. But bro, I appreciate you sending me that video. Let me keep talking here. Reading, rather. Will our men stop running out on good women, on our good women and their own children? Will our black men stop running into this other woman, then leaving the whole family behind just to be with this other woman because maybe she this or maybe she that? Ask your wife to be all that she need to be. And wives, you need to be all that you need to be for your husbands. See, that's scripture. There's nothing defiled about a marital bed. Nothing is defiled in a marital bed. So when we're thinking about, I don't do this or I don't do that, this is your husband. Men, that's your wife. Meet her needs. Meet his needs. You don't need that other woman out there if you're doing what you're supposed to do at home. I'm moving forward right now. Let me keep going because there's a lot here. But I'm going to get it covered. Because when you leave that home, you're not leaving just that woman, you're leaving them children. And then when that young boy see that, guess what? You set a pattern for the young man to grow up and be just that type of man. Some of them fight it and say, I'm not going to be like him. But that's fewer in numbers. Will our women stop running out on their good men and their children? Because you have women that gets up when they done met something else out there, listening to their friends, or just thinking, oh, my life is so miserable, my life is so bad, woe with me at home. You married. When you got married, there's a lot of things you had to say, I got to stop doing because I'm a married woman now. Same thing go for men. There's a lot of things you just don't do when you are married. That's just the way it is. But don't let other people talk you out of your blessing, your home, your marriage. Some of y'all don't even know how to treat a man or a woman. Let me move on. Will our black men stop abusing our black women and children? These are the things that I'm talking about we need to fix. Healing in our own communities. Stop worrying about what other these ethnicities are saying about y'all and what we're doing and how we act, what we buy when we go to the grocery store. Stop worrying about that. Heal from within. Take care home first. Love your wives. Love your children. Love your husband, women. Love your children. They're going to be tired days. They're going to be days you ain't going to feel up to this or up to that. But guess what? Take advantage of those days you are feeling your best and spend time with your man and your children. Do some family events. You don't have to go to Disney World. But you can do small family events that will help the family be stronger and stronger and grow together. Moving right along. Will our black women stop exploiting and using their black men and in some cases their own children? And this sometimes, a lot of times it's for money. They'll start dating this man just to get what they can get out of him. When they get what they get, they gone. And then they wonder why a lot of these men, good men, are not trusting women anymore, especially black women. And when they get on their feet, get their degrees, or become some type of athlete where they go on and become a pro or whatever at something. And guess what? You see them on TV with this white woman or this woman from another ethnicity, Asian or whatever. And then the first thing some black women say, when they get on their feet, they go to white women, or they go to this woman, or they go to that woman. Let me say something to you right now. Be the best woman you can be and keep your friends out of your relationships. And I guarantee you, things will be better. Stop listening to your friends out there telling you how to be a married woman, because they don't know. They really don't know. And in some cases, sometimes the church is not giving valuable information that you need to grow as families. We're failing all the way around. But nobody want to point that out. I know there's going to be a lot of dislikes on this video, but guess what? I'm speaking the truth, and I'm going to keep putting it out there. I got some more. Will our black men and women realize that what goes on in your bedroom is your private affair? Keep it between you and your wife. The boys don't need to know. The girls don't need to know. Other men out there do not know what to do for you unless you tell him what your husband is not doing for you. Vice versa. For men too. These women don't know what they're doing until you say, guess what? My wife ain't doing this for me, and I wish she would do this for me. And then they say, you know, she's coming to do it, because what one won't do, one will do. Will our black women stop going to law enforcement with lies, placing good black men with no record, with a case or cases, that will haunt him forever. Then you wonder why he can't make no money, because guess what? They don't want to hire him because he's an offender, or he has this record, he's a known felon, or we don't know. But at the end of the day, they would not have known that information or whatever you took up there. If it's the truth and if he's abusing you, you have all the right in the world to seek help. But if this man is not putting his hands on you and he's not beating you, he's not abusing you, why would you lie on him? That's all I'm saying. Why would you go to the law and lie? But every Sunday, we fill the churches. But then when it comes to biblical principles, we will not follow them. I just want to know. I'm asking the questions. It's on Facebook. And I will be uploading this video on YouTube. Black men do the same thing sometimes, but not as much as black women. And I will wrap this up by saying, my brothers and sisters, this is my response to a video a friend sent me. From this day forward, what you need to do, or what do you do to plan, to do as an individual, to upgrade your way of thinking? This is where we need to be. Because see, these little games that people be playing, and people be getting records, and make it hard for them to get jobs, there are educated brothers out there that deserve to be making nice money, good salaries. Can't make it because some wife or girlfriend got mad about whatever situation, called the police, then threw in a couple of lies, and now this man, because we already done seen what's been happening all over the news, on TV, and everything. And right now, the coronavirus just has overshadowed a lot of things that's going on in the community. But I can guarantee y'all this right here, right now. If we don't upgrade the way we thinking as African Americans, we will continue to plummet. Our children will come into homes that are at a standstill, not going anywhere. Just a messenger. That's all. I don't like what other ethnicities may say about it, but guess what? I'm going to upgrade myself, and I'm going to continue to upgrade myself, my way of thinking too. Because I'm not going to get caught up in walking around here trying to prove to everybody that I'm black by wearing my pants hanging down or sliding or whatever, how you want to call it. I like to dress nice. I'm going to dress nice. Same for you women out there. You can dress yourself where you don't have to exploit yourself. You don't have to do that just to be known. You don't have to prove that you're black. Our skin tone says it all. The melanin in our skin tells people that we're African Americans or of another ethnicity that is in a darker color. Minority. You don't have to go out there and prove it by following up every stereotype that they have placed upon us. We don't have to do that. Do you, be you. Those of you, everybody, college is not for everybody. Those of you that want to go to college and focus and get the job done. Those of you that want to get a trade and be an electrician or be whatever, go get that. Be the best. Start your own business. Be the best. But you don't have to be the stereotypes that they have placed upon us, because that is a travesty within itself. So it does not bother me what they say about me in any video. This is Robby Williams coming from Rebirth, and I'm telling you the unadulterated truth about who we are and what we can be. You can like, subscribe to my channel, because I'm coming with more content. This is just one piece of controversial topic that I had to put out there because of the video that I received. And I want each and every one of you of all ethnicities learn to love. Corona has shown us that she do not care about color. Why should we? Why should we make color, ethnicity, and all those things, race, gender, a big issue? When something like a viral disaster sweeping through the world, showing us that it has no respect of person. Everybody got to learn. Tell you that right now. And we learning. Check out my other videos. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about community. Self-help, motivation. This is Robby Williams, founder of Rebirth. I'm out.